What are 5 reasons that most traders fail out there? So what's happening is that we are going to be breaking down from the first up until the 5th, and obviously the last one is actually more important because I have experienced all of them and I know how this is, and I need you guys to be able to just become better individuals, especially when coming to trading as a whole. What's happening, guys? It's Lesiba Mothupi, and today we are going to be speaking about the 5 reasons why most traders fail. I understand that you're watching this video, it means that you've made a mistake or there's something that you haven't really dealt with that you need to know in order if that is one of the reasons that you are failing or not. And if you do happen to find out that one of the reasons here is something that you are actually having, or it's a reason of that causes one of your failures, it's very important of you to observe yourself, look at it, ponder over it, and on top of that, work towards it. Not all 5 reasons are going to be applying to you, but some reason is going to be applying, and you need to be able to know which one it is just so you focus more on it. Remember, we are individuals at the end of the day, so just because of maybe risk management is something that I fail with, it doesn't mean that you are going to be failing with that. To find out that you are good with risk management, because it's easy for you to put a stop loss, but find out that you are going to be struggling now with emotions, you understand? So those are differences when coming to trading. But obviously the thing that you can do is to support this channel just by liking this video, commenting, tell me what you guys are thinking about these 5 reasons at the end when you're done watching the video, and at the same time subscribe to my YouTube channel just so you're able to get more knowledge or information when I do happen to post recent videos. So the first point that I'll be speaking about is the purpose that you've got towards your trading career or your trading journey. It's very important of you to understand what the purpose is, just so you're able to know throughout all obstacles or throughout all wins to remain calm and to remain humble. Because why? With the purpose, you know where you're going. It's almost like a destination. So it's very important of you to be in alignment with your purpose and to be able to just know in terms of what it is that you're trying to achieve. So what am I trying to say? Let me dive in a bit more deeper in terms of this. So your purpose could be more of I'm trading to just make money just so I can get by. Do you understand that there's differences in terms of most people? Someone out there, like let's say I'll give you guys my specific purpose, but someone out there is trading maybe to just get a pair of shoes. Someone out there is trading to just be able to eat every single day. Someone out there is trading just so they can be able to increase their lifestyle. Maybe they love these types of clothes or they love these types of things. They just want a great lifestyle. And someone out there is trading maybe because of they have a love for farming. They love farming. But with that being said, what happens is that they do not have the necessary funds and they do not want to be waiting time so other people can come raise funds and stuff. So what they're doing is that they can obviously just trade, make profits, and take that money to fund their dreams or goals. So you can see that with trading, we all have specific purposes, specific goals. Just because maybe I made $1 million yesterday doesn't mean that I am far ahead compared to you. Find out that what I need is actually 100 million for me to actually start working on my main project. The project needs 100 million. I just made $1 million. I'm only 1% towards there. You only need maybe 100,000 and you made 50,000. And that means that another 50K that you make, you are now going to be working towards what it is that you are working towards. So it's very important that your purpose or what it is that you are working towards, what are you actually trying to achieve? Are you just trying to make money out of it? Are you just trying to get by for the month? Are you just trying to improve your lifestyle? Are you trying to start businesses? Are you trying to impact millions? What is required from your purpose? That trading is going to help you, and on that you need to be able to just look and filter a lot of things out. Just focus on that, because what it does is that it builds up your why. When it builds up your why, it puts you in a position whereby throughout all obstacles, even if you are looking to, let's say you are failing, you are knowing that you are working towards this. So you are the one that actually knows when you are reaching success. But you need to be able to know your why. So when you do happen to stuck, like I did say, you are able to push through because you are looking at where are you trying to go. And even when you do happen to experience positive and good moments, or maybe you've reached some minor success, or maybe you've made a lot of money at a quick time and stuff, you're still able to humbleize yourself and look at the bigger picture or look at where you're trying to go. The second point that we are now speaking about is more on decision making. So understand that with decision making, there's different types of decisions that needs to be made in the market. Obviously, looking at it, you can either buy, you can either sell, you can either have a buy stop, you can either have a sell stop, you can either have a buy limit, you can either have a sell limit, you can either wait for the price to confirm, you can either do this, there's a lot of things that you need to decide on at one instant, or maybe with a second. There's a lot of decisions that you need to be looking at and having to decide on in order of you to take action towards the market. So what happened is that obviously one of the best best ways that you can rob this situation is looking at it in a systematic way, developing a routine or a system whereby if the market ticks all these boxes, maybe it's 3 boxes or 5 boxes, that means that you can happen to decide a bit more quicker. So what it does is that it helps you be able to decide much more quicker and much more better. What I've seen with this is that back in the olden days, I'd be looking at maybe a buy in the markets, and even though I can see if the market breaks below, it's no longer gonna buy, it's now gonna sell. Let's see if the market hits my stop loss, it's no longer gonna buy, but it's now gonna sell. So instead of me taking those sells, because my mind and everything has been decided on a buy, I'm not gonna take that sell, and I'll miss out on that sell whereby I could have made some of the money back that I did take a loss and even been in profits. Then I saw that what I need to do is to decide quicker. The market hit me, it hit my stop loss. So what do I need to do? It means that the change of direction is going downwards. So let me take a sell. What am I looking for? Okay, let me sell here, let me put my stop loss here, let me take my profit here. So that's what you need to be doing. You need to be able to decide a bit more quicker. But with you deciding more quicker, you don't just decide. You need to have a systematic way of deciding. That means that you need to have a checkbox that you actually go through. Meaning that what is the bias now? Are we still, the momentum is still buy or sell? Why are you taking that buy? Why are you changing to sell? Is it because of a short-term trade? You're taking a short-term trade that's looking that is going to be going to a sell, and in the longer term run, you know that you're looking for a buy? Or is it because there's a lot of things that you go through? And as well, what strategy are you going to be employing? Are you going to be still using the same strategy that you did use for a buy, or are you now looking at a different type of strategy that you actually do have under your skill set? And as well, you start looking at as well execution. What will be my execution style? Am I going to execute current market price? Am I going to wait for price to actually confirm via candlestick close? Am I going to be waiting for certain things? But you have all these systems, and once these systems have been put into place, that's when you can make your decisions more quicker. Because why? I've read and learned that wise men, or actually successful people, make decisions much more quicker, and they actually take longer to change decisions. Meaning that if you are seeing that this is actually going to change, this is not going to be moving that way, you take longer in terms of looking and analyzing, because you don't just say, oh, it's going to change, then decide. No, you look and then you analyze, and then you start now coming back again with those systems, maybe going back to stage 1 in terms of your decision making. What am I looking for? What's happening now? What's going on? So you have all these systems. So developing a system for your decision makings in all types of industries or in all types of things, it helps you massively. That is the second one, which is the power of decision making. So the third point that we'll be touching into now, in terms of the 5 reasons why most traders fail, is the knowledge that you acquire. So most people I've seen out there that you can go through baby pips and go through P Forex, maybe for instance, and go through I don't know, any other basics and things that will just show you the minimum, and you already think that you've got it figured out, or you already think that that's what it takes for you to actually become a trader. And truly speaking, guys, yes, you do need those fundamental steps, but that's just for anything that you do, you need fundamental steps. Listen now, for instance, when you're about to become a civil engineer in varsity, just for the first year, they'll be teaching you guys fundamentals, not even the deeper things of what you like, being a civil engineer. It'll even take you 4 years before you can even learn into practicing the practicality of being a civil engineer. It'll take you years before you can even. So why is it that in trading you just want to watch a video and read baby pips here and get that figured out? It doesn't work that way. The amount of knowledge you acquire is irrelevant, or is equivalent to the amount of capital that comes your way. Because why am I saying this? The fact that you are going out there, you've learned, maybe because I remember when I was still starting out, I went through all the free forums. Like I went to P Forex, I went to baby pips, I went everywhere. I learned from all these things. That's why I can say that I'm self-taught. I took down so many notes, but and as well, I watched so many YouTube videos. I've been involved in all of these things. I didn't know that some things I didn't have to learn because I won't be using them, and some things I did need to learn because I'll be using them every single day. There's things that I just overlooked that I'm using every single day till this day, and there's things that I learned and I've never even came across a time where I needed to use that. So that's what I'm saying. Now I started focusing more on price action. I started reading a lot of books on price action. I started getting more courses on just price action. So now I've developed a beautiful skill, much more enlarged on one specific topic up until I mastered it, and that's when I could have moved to other the topics, if I may put it that way. So you improving your skill set, you becoming a better individual, you can only do that by learning that skill continuously, and not learning it in a month or 2 weeks or what. No, you need to learn it every single day. And when you're learning it every single day, that's the theory side. You need to also put it into practice. Apply what you're learning. Learn about it in the more of a practical way, and that way all the experiences, no one would be able to just I can't give you my experience. I can share with you my experience, but I cannot give you my experience. So imagine with that experience, the skills that you've been able to learn, how far would you have been? So you need to invest yourself into, I'm looking at it. Like if your purpose is much more bigger, you need to spend so much time investing in the skill to make your purpose come through. Because why? The skill, you applying those skills is not going to take a lot of you, but just that effort, the time, that consistency. But on top of that, it'll help you be able to reach your purpose. If you're saying that your purpose is that important, if it's not that important, you should not even be watching this video. This is something that I've seen. I've been able to be, benefits of hanging around with top successful traders, and as well, people that are just beginners and want to get, a hang of it. And I've noticed that the two differences normally would be more on who, I've seen someone going from a beginner and as well to being a top trader or a top successful trader, and it's all because of what the persistence, not even because of they had advantages or they this or they didn't. No, it's just because of the persistence, them looking at charts every single day. So I'm trying to show you that you don't have to have a lot. Maybe you don't have you don't have the skills yet, or you don't have this yet, or you don't have this yet, but the fact that you are persistent every single day, you're waking up. When I was still starting out, firstly, I'd barely sleep, let me put it that way, because I remember I would sleep like 2 to 3 hours a day, somewhere around there. In the whole 24 hours, I'll literally sleep 3 to 2 hours. And on top of that, but when I do happen to, what I'll do is that I'll just wake up and be like, what am I doing today that's going to help me get closer? What am I doing today that's going to help me become a better individual? What am I doing today that I'll look back the next day and be like, wow, I'm glad I've done that. And I'll work on it immediately. I won't, want to check on my phone. I won't want to hear what my other friend is telling me about the latest. I won't want to see on social media who's doing what can I do in order. No, because why? We are not in the same position. Just because I am here, you and I do not have the same backgrounds. Maybe me, the fact that I once lived in a garage, and even now I live in a big house, just literally, I lived in the garage that I was now I'm recording in my studio. My studio is it's a double garage type thing, put it that way. And what happens is that where I lived, where I once used to live with my whole family, it was half my studio, just half my studio. And just by looking at it, then it goes all to the bigger house and everything. But what I'm trying to say here is that the persistence and me waking up and saying, what can I do today in order of me to become a better individual? Because why? Me, that one day that I lived in a garage, even you, if you make more money compared to me today, you're not in a different position compared to me. I'm actually in the best position. Because why? I once lived in this specific way and I've made it out. And on top of that, I'm helping back home and I'm also doing this. And guess what? I'm working towards this and that and that and that. There's a lot of things that I'm doing that are making me happy. It's in alignment with my purpose. So you need to be persistent, showing up every single day, making sure every single day that you are working towards it. If you took a loss yesterday, fix it. Look at what you've done. If you had mistakes, correct your mistakes. If you are not documenting down your trade, document down your trades every single day. If you're not learning every single day, learn every single day. Do your routine, meditate, do all those. Be persistent in whatever that you're doing, guys. Just be persistent. The fifth and last reason that most traders actually do fail is that action, guys. Action. Why am I saying so? It's because of most people know a lot of things. Most people come across a lot of things, but what is knowledge? What is that you know if you are not applying it? How does it help if you know that let's say for instance, for you to go, you have to walk 10 steps forward for you in order to be able to let's say drive your brand new Lamborghini. That's all that you need to do. Walk 10 steps forward. You know that you're even telling people, for me, I have to walk 10 steps forward for me to get my Lamborghini. But guess what? You haven't been walking. You didn't take action. You didn't take those 10 steps. When are you ever gonna get there? You can talk as much, you can preach as much, you can go pray, read the Bible, you can go underwater for months and years, you can become a monk, you can do whatever. But without the action of you just taking those 10 steps, not even 100 steps, just 10 steps, you won't ever get the Lamborghini. Because what has been said is that if you do happen to take 10 steps, it's like for me, all these steps, when I do give them to you, if you apply them, they will work. Just by watching this video, the fact that you watched, I see a lot of you that will comment, I watched your video, and I'll just ask one simple question and they would fail to answer. And I'll be like, what is the purpose of you watching this video if you're not going to apply? Guess what, guys? If I'm watching YouTube videos for entertainment purposes, I'll just be watching day in lives. That's when I'm watching for entertainment purposes, like day in life of an entrepreneur, day in life of a trader, day in life. I'll just be watching that. That's for entertaining. That's how I entertain myself. But when I'm watching videos such as this, I sit down with notes, and whatever that's being said, I take it down, and then I'm going to see if it was helpful or not. Am I going to be using something from what's been said, or am I not going to be using something? Because just that one thing that you can take can change your life dramatically. Just like how I'm saying, if you do happen to put action towards all these steps, you are going to eventually get to see the other side of success. And I believe that you are one that should be seeing success. But I'm glad that you did happen to gain value from this video. Obviously, I did mention that you need to comment below and tell me what you're thinking about these points. Tell me, what is that one point that stood out for you that you feel like as of today, since you are the one that's going to be putting action, as of today, you'll be working on it just so you excel and become a better individual with that. And as well, make sure that you do like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in the next YouTube video. It's Lesiba Mothupi. Thank you so much for watching.